The marble floors of the Galactic Council chamber were cold against Zixter's knees. The Valerian ambassador had never imagined this moment would come, that he would be reduced to begging before the assembled representatives of 1,000 worlds. His emerald scales, once a symbol of his people's pride, now trembled with desperation. "Please," Zixter's voice cracked, echoing through the vast chamber. "My people are dying. The Krellian Empire has blockaded our system. We have weeks, perhaps days, before our oxygen processors fail completely." Council Chair Malkuth, a towering insectoid from the Hive Collective, clicked his mandibles dismissively. "The Valerian situation is regrettable. However, intervention would violate Protocol 7 Alpha, the Krellians' claimed territorial dispute. We cannot act without unanimous consensus." Unanimous consensus. Zixter's voice rose. 3 billion lives hang in the balance. "My children." "Ambassador," interrupted Councillor Vexan, her crystalline form refracting the chamber's light into cold rainbows. "Your emotional appeals are noted, but the Council has maintained galactic peace for 12,000 cycles precisely because we respect established boundaries. The Krellians have legal precedent on their side." Zixter looked around the chamber desperately. 67 species were represented here. Surely someone would stand with Valaria. His gaze moved from the aquatic morphids in their suspension tanks to the energy beings of Proxima 7, from the ancient wise ones to the newly ascended species of the Outer Rim. None would meet his eyes. "I am begging you," Zixter whispered, his voice breaking. "I am on my knees before you all. Please. The Council has spoken," Malkuth declared. Session adjourned. As the representatives began filing out, Zixter remained on his knees, tears streaming down his scaled face. 12,000 years of galactic civilization, and not one species would risk their comfort for another's survival. "Ambassador Zixter." The voice was unfamiliar, young, determined, speaking in clear but accented galactic common. Zixter looked up to see the humans approaching. The woman, Anna, wore the simple blue uniform of Earth's diplomatic corps, her dark hair pulled back in a practical bun. Beside her stood Daniel, a tall man with steady gray eyes and the bearing of someone who had seen combat. "We heard your plea," Anna said, kneeling beside him despite the shocked murmurs from the remaining counselors. "Tell us everything." "You single quotes re. Humans?" Zixter said, confused. "But Earth only joined the Council 3 cycles ago. You're barely a spacefaring species. You have no fleet, no resources to—" "We have enough," Daniel interrupted, his jaw set. "And more importantly, we have the will to act." Anna pulled out a datapad. "The Krellian blockade how many ships?" 47 warships, Zixter said, hope and disbelief warring in his chest. "Their shields are impenetrable to our weapons. Even if you wanted to help, your primitive vessels, our vessels," Daniel said with a slight smile, "have something the Krellians have never encountered: human stubbornness." Within 6 hours, Anna had assembled an emergency coalition not of governments, but of people. Human freighter captains volunteered their ships. Mining corporations offered their drilling equipment. Even civilian yachts joined the convoy, their owners refusing to stand idle while millions died. "This is insanity," Councillor Vexan protested as she watched the humans prepare. "The Council explicitly voted against intervention." "The Council did," Anna replied coolly. "Humanity didn't. We're not asking for permission. We're informing you as a courtesy." Daniel commanded the lead ship, a retrofitted colony transport called the Indomitable Spirit. As they approached Valerian space, the Krellian fleet formed a wall of gleaming warships, each one capable of destroying the entire human convoy. "Attention, human vessels," the Krellian commander broadcasted. "You are interfering in a legal territorial dispute. Retreat or be destroyed." Daniel opened a channel. "Krellian fleet, this is Captain Daniel Chen of Earth. We're carrying medical supplies, oxygen processors, and food for the Valerian people. You can destroy us if you want, but we're going through. You dare threaten the Krellian Empire." "No threat," Daniel said calmly. "Just a fact. You'll have to kill us to stop us. And when you do, the entire galaxy will watch you murder civilians on a humanitarian mission. Your empire's reputation will be destroyed. Is this blockade worth that?" The silence stretched. Every species in the galaxy was indeed watching. Live feeds broadcasting across countless worlds. Besides, Anna added from the communication station, 3 more human convoys are already en route. You can't stop us all. It was a bluff. Humanity had sent everything they had. But the Krellians didn't know that. After 10 agonizing minutes, the Krellian fleet parted. As the human ships descended onto Valaria, Zixter stood in the landing zone, watching supplies pour out. Oxygen processors, medical equipment, food synthesizers enough to keep his people alive for months while negotiations continued. Anna approached him, exhausted but smiling. Ambassador, on Earth we have a saying. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for good people to do nothing. But why? Zixter asked, tears flowing freely now. You owe us nothing. Your species is barely known to the galaxy. You've risked everything for strangers. Daniel joined them, his uniform still bearing scorch marks from a minor hull breach during the run. Because it's right. Because when someone is drowning, you don't check if they're from the right planet first. You pull them out of the water. The Council will sanction you for this. Zixter warned. Let them try, Anna said. Humanity didn't come to the stars to play politics while people die. We came to help. In the council chamber, 3 days later, Malkuth called for a vote to censure humanity for their unauthorized intervention. Before the vote could proceed, 12 species abstained, then 20, then 40. The wise ones, oldest species in the galaxy, broke their traditional silence. For 12,000 cycles, we have maintained order through law. Humanity has reminded us that law without compassion is merely tyranny with paperwork. We vote against censure. The measure failed spectacularly. As Zixter watched Anna and Daniel receive commendations from grateful Valerian families, he realized something profound. The galaxy had spent millennia building a civilization based on rules, protocols, and careful neutrality. It had taken humanity young, impulsive, idealistic humanity to remember what civilization was actually for, not to maintain order. To protect each other. And as word spread across the stars of the species that defied the entire council to save strangers, something shifted in the galaxy. Other young species began to speak up. Older species began to remember why they'd formed the council in the first place. Humanity had been in space for barely 3 years. They were already changing everything. The end.